Hello everyone, Rachel here with Order Your Lifestyle. We are working on having successful mornings, starting with having a successful evening to ensure that that happens. So if you recall in the last video, I spoke about making the decision. Are you ready to have a successful morning? I know it sounds a little bit oversimplified, but it is important. Are you tired of feeling tired, rushed, or frantic in the morning? Are you committed to doing what it takes to having the morning run more smoothly, or are you still going to get out of bed and hope that things just come together? Well, if you're watching this video, I know what decision you already make. You are wonderful subscribers, and I appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming back. And if it's your first time watching, I hope you enjoy and find yourself subscribing. So for those of you who don't know, I am a new mom for the first time, and my beautiful baby girl is 10.5 months old, and time is not really flying by, but the experiences are flying by. I don't really feel like time's flying by because I don't sleep that much, so my days can be long. But I know that I do have tools at hand in order to help things run a little bit more smoothly, since I'm not getting as much sleep as I would prefer right now. And you might hear my little sweetheart making music in the background because that's what we're good at doing in this family. I'm going to talk about getting your clothes ready ahead of time so that you can have a successful morning. And many of you understand this for yourself as a business person, but did you think about the need to do that with your children? It is very important. And I've always done this for myself, getting my clothes ready actually weeks at a time. And I find that it also works for a little one, because when we get up in the morning, that allows us to literally just roll her out of bed, since she doesn't have any papers or anything to write, and get into her clothing and start playing, and then we can have more enjoyable time before I have to get off to appointments and things like that. So here's my layout, and I'm going to show you what I normally do. Now, the first thing that you want to do is check the weather. Now, I looked at the weather report for my area, and yay, it's going to be triple digits. That's going to be fun. I actually like the heat, but it's interesting when we're coming off of having kind of chilly weather. But anyway, it's going to be very warm tomorrow, and then the days are going to follow kind of along the same. And for most of you, that's what it's going to be like for your area. It's not going to do like highs and lows, but you're going to have this type of action or this type of action. So with triple digits tomorrow, I know that this week is probably going to be pretty warm. I always keep a light jacket in the diaper bag for any sort of freaky weather that pops up, because anything is possible. But what I do is Sunday night or Saturday night, depending on my week, I look at the weather first. Now that I know what's going to be taking place, I can prepare myself to make sure that she has the right clothing in place. Next, I have this cute little basket that honestly was taking up space and I was about to toss it, and then I found this use for it. I lay out all of her clothes in the basket by the day of the week, and so I know what's coming each day for her schedule and lay out the clothes accordingly. For instance, tomorrow we might be going out a little bit more, so I have something that's like a little bit more cute, because you know, dressing little ones in white is a risk. But we're not going to be at home. We're going to be out and about, so that will preserve this shirt a little bit longer. I put her little bow with it because we have to accessorize. That's the type of girls we are. I always put 1 or 2 pairs of socks in the basket, just in case we get up and the weather is not quite what I expected. And neutral color is great because it's obviously going to match with anything. My baby girl runs so warm. We don't really have the need for socks or shoes this summer, and obviously this is her first summer of life, so we'll see what happens going forward, but for right now it's not really a need for us. So the next thing I do is I look at when we have daddy-daughter days, and my husband is a great hands-on dad, very involved, and he loves his baby girl. But how many of you moms know that dads don't fully always understand baby's clothing, and all the hooks and the snaps can be a little tedious for them? So when it's daddy-daughter day, for instance, I might get up really early, 5 a.m. and be out of the door before either one of them get up, and he's going to get her dressed for the day. I'll do something simple like just a pullover top, nothing that he has to fuss with, nothing that needs to be ironed. It's funny that some baby clothes need to be ironed, but we keep it simple. And then just pull on some simple leggings and of course the bow, and make it nice and easy for them. Another thing that I take into consideration is freaky weather or unexpected activities. So obviously my area is going to be warm this coming week, so I have a little short sleeve top and some cute pants to go with. But what I always put in the basket is at least one long sleeve top that can go with another pair of pants. Just in case for any reason we find ourselves in something that we weren't expecting. For instance, I know there's one grocery store in my area that I'll go to and it is just freezing in there. I don't know why. But if you're thinking about the outside temperature and then you find yourself in a different place, throwing on a top is not a big deal, and it always makes a mother feel at peace when her baby is comfortable. So that's our little backup. And then let's say we're having a day with Nana. And so what I'll do is when I know that maybe she's going to be out and about a lot with her grandma, I'll pack 2 shirts that match one bottom. Now you have to, of course, understand your child and what they need at this point in life. For my baby girl, we don't deal with a lot of blowouts with the diaper, thank God, anymore. But what we are dealing with right now is the wonderful massaging of the food into the face and the front of the shirt, because it's not just enough to eat it. You've got to experience it with your full body, apparently. That's what she tells me. So, in order to help Nana have an easier day, I'll pack 2 shirts that match the same bottoms and put one on her, put one in the diaper bag. And then if they have any situations, Nana's prepared to keep baby girl looking clean and cute. I take all of the clothing and I lay it in here in order of appearance for the week. And then lastly, I set anything on top that needs to go with us out and about. For instance, her amber necklace. This is so helpful. I was very cautious of buying it at first, very hesitant, because there are a lot of gimmicky things on the market for new parents, and they think they just really take advantage of our naivety. But this works awesome with the teething situation. So she wears it every single day. At night I take it off and I put it in the basket so that when we go to get dressed the next morning, it's sitting right there. This works for your even a little bit older children too, if they have something like medicine that needs to go with them to the daycare. Maybe you only have one inhaler and you're shuffling that back and forth. Put it right on top of the clothes and then it's ready to go the next morning. Things like that. And then this also is a great plan for older kids. Obviously my baby girl, still her stuff fits in the basket, but if you have a little slightly bigger child, you can lay everything out in the drawer in order of appearance, or you can put everything on hangers, including like the necklace or bows. The socks can be hung on a little bag on a hanger, and put all of that in the very front of the closet. So that way, even if you have help in your life, they know exactly where to go. And that's also very important, because sometimes we don't know how to delegate. And if you want people to help you, you need to make it run smoothly for them also, so that they can get the things accomplished that you want them to do. So my husband, my mom, or we don't do babysitters yet, but if needed, they know to go to the basket and grab the outfit and they're good to go for the day. So I hope that helps you in getting your family set for each week. Now you'll see that I have all the bins around me. Well, I don't know if you can see, but I was taking her clothes out of bins, her little bows and things like that. And I'll explain later on why this is a huge time saver. But for now, take a moment, plan out the clothes for the week. I actually let her help me. She points to things and I take it off. We'll find a way to make that work. You can get this done in like maybe 8 minutes for the entire week. And then that's just one more thing off your plate into a successful morning. Remember, everybody, don't let your mornings order you around. Order your lifestyle. 'Cause